Environmental management. What is meant by environment? It is the surrounding in which we live: land, water, atmosphere, animals, trees, etc., which can be affected by our activities. All our activities produce waste in solid, liquid, gaseous form, which, if discharged to the environment, in excess quantities beyond its assimilation capacity, can lead to pollution. Environmental policy. Earth environment is essential and will comply with the following environmental policy for planning and conducting the construction business for human survival, not only for present, but also for future generation. Environmental management point. Minimize construction waste, effluent, and promote recycling. Prevent environmental pollution. Provide adequate information, training, and supervision. Measure, monitor, and review environmental performance. What is pollution? This is a state in which the environment is contaminated with toxic materials, discharged by our activities, which are harmful to the flora, fauna, living beings, air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution. Spill. What is meant by spill? This refers to the sudden or accidental discharge of contaminant into the environment. Spill control plans. 3 processes are in place for effective management of wastewater to avoid land surface and groundwater contamination. Batching plant process water. Treatment of batching plant, toxic wastewater before discharge. The high pH value is neutralized with the use of aluminum sulfate. Use of absorbance neutralizers, battery charging operation. Sulfuric acid is being neutralized with soda ash before disposal. Materials for clean up control. Sawdust, dry sand, rags, oil boom, absorbent pad. Spill response guide. Once a spill is noticed, shout spill, 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 to attract others. Notify all concerned, including HSE, identify source of spill or leaks. Stop source of spill. Contain spill. Clean up. Disposal of contaminated materials. Response flow chart. Release to water or soil contamination, oil, diesel. Call departmental manager on channel, call safety on channel. Call company emergency unit on channel, identify the source, shut down the source. Contain the spread. Arrange for cleanup. Follow disposal procedures. Make written report. What is waste? Leftover materials from the office, site, and camps that are not useful in its present state and needs to be disposed of. Types of wastes. Common wastes that are generated in the project are wood, used engine oil, used batteries, used tires, oily cotton rag, oil-contaminated sand, metal scrap, gaskets, glass waste, etc., sewage, kitchen waste, clinical waste, paper, carton, plastic. Waste management involves all the necessary procedure, practices, storage methods, etc., that are put in place for the effective control of waste. Waste stream, waste segregation, waste storage, waste transfer, waste disposal team, waste disposal, waste documentation, waste generation. waste disposal, sewage. Treated discharged, kitchen waste. Incinerated, clinical waste. Incinerated. Paper waste. Incinerated recycled, plastic waste. Recycled, wooden waste. Recycled, used engine oil. Disposal by approved agency, used batteries. Recycled, used tires. Disposed, oily cotton rag. Incinerated, metal scrap. Recycled, gasket. Disposed, glass wastes. Recycled. Waste management tips. Reduce production of waste. Segregate waste. Recycle waste. Disposed of waste. Conserve resources. Waste management. Waste management aim is to gradually reduce waste, with the aim of eliminating those that have the potential to cause harm to people and the environment. It is criminal offense to dispose hazardous waste to nature or cause harm to the environment. Environmental control. Dust pollution during construction phase. Adequately sprinkle the area with water, especially the road under construction, to suppress or minimize dust. Water sprinkling of construction areas shall be done twice a day, morning and afternoon, on a regular basis. Body of water. Protect all forms of body of water around the site that will be affected during the construction period. This includes river, sea, swamp, or lakes. No wastewater coming from the construction site will be discharged to this body of water without proper treatment or tested to be safe, and will not harm any form of living things in the environment. Environmental control, noise control. Administer a continuing, effective hearing conservation program, as described in the procedure, whenever employee noise exposures equal or exceed an 8-hour time, weighted average sound level of 85 decibels measured. Hazards of exposure to noise. Exposure to noise can have the following consequences. Causes annoyance and irritation. Affects concentration and efficiency. Causes fatigue and accident proneness. Prevents ear from registering other sounds, instructions, and warnings. Short exposure to excess noise causes damage to the inner ear and permanent loss of hearing. Limiting exposure to noise can be reduced by engineering and control methods, for example, installation of silencer, sound-controlled equipment enclosure, replacing equipment with a low noise-producing equipment if possible, job rotation. Providing restrooms or acoustic refuges. Rearranging work locations. PPE, for example. Earplug, earmuffs. Soil erosion. The excavated or embanked area, shoulder on side slopes or borrow pits, are the area where soil erosion are likely to occur during heavy rain. To avoid soil erosion, all exposed surface shall be regressed or covered by stone pitching, lining concrete, spillway, and compaction of the embankment area shall be carried out. Operating procedures. The operating procedures for various operations such as acid neutralization, auto-effluent grease pit operation, batching plant effluent neutralization, should be displayed at the corresponding locations. The operating personnel in the corresponding locations should be trained to operate the above procedures. Summary. Minimize construction waste, and then dispose it to the designated area. Implement waste segregation, any recycling. Minimize the source of pollution by establishing target of saving energy and resources. Strive that there is no environmental accident and violation of environmental legislation and regulation. Environmental policy shall be open to the public as well as internal. Each employee should understand and comply with the policy, and shall actively participate in, and make utmost efforts to the environmental management activity.